China has kicked off 3 days of military exercises around Taiwan. The exercises follow a visit by Taiwan's president to the U.S., where she met with a congressional delegation.
There are growing tensions this morning between China and Taiwan. Taiwan's government is on high alert as China just ended its third day of military drills near the island.
The action China is taking is said to be in response to recent meetings between the U.S. and Taiwanese officials.
China has begun 3 days of military drills around Taiwan. Beijing has called the exercises a, quote, a serious warning against Taiwan's separatist forces. Taiwan's defense ministry said the drills threaten regional stability and security.
As the dawn of the day comes and pierces through the faint shadows of the night, where my senses heightened and I began to look into another dimension, a place whence I began to see what appeared like something that begins to spring up in the Asian region. And I saw like as though Taiwan began to shake, and it shook. Taiwan began to shake, and I saw like a crisis began to spread, a huge crisis that begins to put pressure on the top leadership. And I see like they are standing but not standing, but the Lord shall come and begin to hover upon that nation. And thus saith the Spirit of the Lord, I shall begin to breathe upon the four corners of the earth and begin to shake the old structures, and they shall begin to shake. And that which I did not plant shall I root out and plant my own, and let the earth know that the times and the time have changed, and things shall begin to crumble. And this was when I knew things as we knew them, as people perceived them, were now beginning to take a very different turn. And the people of God should begin to run to the top positions, for this shall be the opportune time for exactly that. Glory to God, glory to God, glory to God.
Chinese fighter jets and warships have simulated strikes on Taiwan. China has deployed dozens of jets and vessels encircling the island in a second straight day of military drills. It's an angry show of force following a meeting between Taiwan's president and senior U.S. politicians. Beijing has described the drills as a warning to Taiwan, which it considers a breakaway province. Taiwan says they threaten regional stability, and Washington is calling for restraint.
And they're taking place in the Taiwan Strait, just off the northern, eastern and southern coasts of Taiwan. So what the Chinese are doing effectively, Hillary, is rehearsing the encirclement of Taiwan. Now this morning, defense officials on the island confirmed that scores of Chinese military planes and ships had crossed the so-called Taiwan Strait median line.
I began to see what appeared like something that begins to spring up in the Asian region. And I saw like as though Taiwan began to shake, and it shook. Taiwan began to shake.
Chinese fighter jets and warships are simulating sealing off Taiwan on the third and last day of its military drills. The Joint Sword exercise is a show of force following a meeting between Taiwan's president and a senior US politician. Taipei has condemned the exercises, and Washington has called for restraint, saying it is monitoring Beijing's action closely.